This is exactly the reason why narcissists get away with things. Alright, how are things going? I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Narcissists may try to make apologies for their acts in a number of different ways, but they rarely pay the price for their behavior in the traditional sense. Narcissists engage in making up when they reconcile or resolve a quarrel with the intention of returning to the status quo ante conflictio. Most of this is predictable given narcissists' tendency toward destructive behavior. This may be why it's so hard to have a conversation with these people. Narcissists never admit guilt. They don't admit fault unless they're forced to. When they do apologize, it's usually just lip service. Instead of taking responsibility for their acts, they prefer to place blame on others or outside forces. Today, we'll look at least 3 strategies narcissists use to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. They still won't admit guilt after being captured in the act. This is why they've decided to do it. To begin, narcissists would rather not be held accountable for their actions if they are in no way to blame others. Their goal is to create an environment where the past is forgotten. They're not interested in hearing about it unless it directly relates to the topic at hand. Negative feedback concerning flaws and limitations, especially when it's directed at the narcissist, can be difficult to take. If you act normally, they'll think you still care about them, even when you clearly don't. Second, narcissists have a few requirements for a successful apology or reconciliation. One of their go-to tactics for getting the upper hand is to drag out the game for as long as possible. Whether the narcissist is a loved one, friend, coworker, or romantic interest makes no difference. After realizing they've hurt you, narcissists often give you space to avoid dealing with the situation or apologizing. There's a chance they won't want to interact with you again, period, for fear of rehashing an old argument. After some time had passed, they would approach you once again as if nothing had transpired between you two, this time bearing gifts and a friendly grin. The narcissist is counting on their plan coming together so that you'll have an overwhelming desire to be with them. If you act like nothing occurred between you, you might give it another shot. Unfortunately, if you follow their advice, you will be doomed to repeat the same destructive cycle over and over again. A narcissist will always fall back on their tried and true methods. They're hoping you'll give them another chance by taking their hand again this time. You'll observe that they've reverted to type after a few months. If you bring up their past actions again and again, the narcissist will accuse you of being negative and continue dwelling on the past. They could try very hard to make you believe that talking about the past is a sign of weakness. You too must move on with your life and concentrate on the here and now while you're with them. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Narcissists are held to a different standard in every aspect of their lives. They continue to deny responsibility for their conduct and make no attempt at contrition. However, if you're at fault, they will point the finger at you without hesitation. They are more than willing to inflict shame on you until you agree that the mistakes you've made, that were never your fault, were your own. As a society, we can no longer turn a blind eye to their hypocrisy. Consequently, the narcissist will allow you plenty of room to maneuver so that you don't have to confront them about their bad behavior. Another option is that the narcissist will act as though they accept your story when in reality, they do not. They may act like they're listening and interested in what you're saying, but it's all an act. All these factors might convince the narcissist to take the blame in the end. To the contrary, the narcissist never has and never will. Nothing they said was ever serious. Narcissists see no wrongdoing in what they are doing. Their explanation is that they want you to believe that they are accountable for something that is not their fault, that they are completely blameless and may apologize for anything is implied. When confronted with their wrongdoing, they ought to say, "Oh, I'm sorry," rather than admitting fault and offering an apology. A narcissist is always on the hunt for ways to make themselves look reasonable while avoiding taking any personal responsibility. In an effort to look reasonable, they are always devising new ways to deflect blame for their behavior. That's all they want, a simple solution. Finally, narcissists often resort to seduction when they are unable to get what they want through rational negotiation. Instead of trying to work things out with their partner, narcissists might rather engage in superficial chat or even physical activity. Using their instruments, they are masters in influencing people's sentiments. Narcissists will tell you they've changed and need another chance at gaining your trust as a means to win your forgiveness. They are trying to break your determination and lower your spirits. They convince their victims of their sorrow by getting close to them and then expecting everything to go back to normal after they've had a flame with them. Don't let yourself be influenced. This is only a distraction from the main issue. They may be charming now, but after all their deceit, can you trust them? They are unwilling to admit fault in any of the incidents. Rather than address the underlying issues, they opt for a kiss and make-up approach. They are content with broad statements about the problem and superficial proposals for change. Narcissists have difficulty accepting responsibility for their actions and believe it is pointless to apologize to others or the world at large. Only by acting as though the issue is nothing more than a misunderstanding can the two sides come together to find common ground and work toward a peaceful resolution. Our goal is to bring the narcissist face to face with reality and to shatter any illusions they may have. It is past time that we stopped giving them another opportunity to ruin our lives. Thank you very much for listening to this brief explanation. I truly appreciate it. We encourage you to utilize the space provided below to share your thoughts and experiences on this matter. Also, if you want to be notified anytime a new video is uploaded, please subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell. Thank you for watching this. The significance of this gesture cannot be overstated. Thanks.